Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train. Cold coffee at 1:30 a.m. No, my sleep schedule's not messed up. I just want to play some Monster Train. You got a problem with that? Random, let's go. Had a fun run last time. Okay, this is the exact same clans, but exile instead of normal. You can't make this S up. And what's actually extremely hilarious is that we have more stealth, but it's a spell stealth as opposed to a unit stealth. We have Little Fade. Look at that golden card. Train Stewards, Primitive Molds, Forgone Power, Wicklash, apply plus 10 attack and burnout 2, Titan's Gratitude attune, deal 25 damage to the front enemy unit, discard a card at random, apply stealth 2 to friendly units engulfed in smoke. I mean, here's what I'm thinking. Let me read here. 1 damage, daze and spawn. Yeah, daze on spawn and then +1 spells and then buff debuff Seraph. Buff debuff Seraph, annoying. Here's what I'm thinking. Little Fade with quick on Relentless, maybe we can play some stealth cards to keep her alive, hitting for a couple of additional turns. Little Fade spikes, not ideal because we're never gonna give her more health. That's more of an Umbra thing, so you can give her damage shield to start scaling. Maybe we can make it work, but I don't know, especially when you get to Last Divinity. I mean, I guess you can kill 1 unit per turn. That's something. Steward units get +5/+5 damage shield 2 and multi-strike. X cost cards get +3. So we'll take better Train Stewards. It's actually not bad because they can help you early. We can reform them as well. And maybe we can play Little Fade and keep them alive and keep them, banging. We did get the Extinguish, apply +5/+5 and burnout 2, which is very good. I want to look at how that scales. That's not the right button. Because Quick is so good. Quick Endless is amazing. I kind of want this, but +20, +5 and burnout 2. It's a lot of value, even on Train Stewards. The burnout sucks, and we have to make sure we bring Little Fade back constantly. Quick Endless I like, just because with Quick Endless, then you don't have to worry about reforming her. Let's go with the +5/+5 burnout 2. I wish it gave you more health, but she can tank a hit, and then the Train Stewards can keep scaling. That's what I'm thinking. And I actually really like this. The Train Stewards are gonna wreck these units very easily, I feel. And Little Fade is gonna help quite nicely, I feel, as well. Now, we didn't draw any units. A bit of a problem. Bit of a problem indeed. So, I mean, look, here's what you do. That's what you do. There's nothing else to do. We only needed to draw 1 Train Steward, and we drew 0, so I can't... I mean, we can at least bring back Little Fade, but this is getting a little bit ridiculous, may I just say? I can't kill, like, anything. Here's what I can do. I can kill you, I can kill you. Where's my... This is the problem with Train Stewards. If you're relying on Train Stewards, that means you're probably having a hard time drawing your Train Stewards. So we're just gonna stack up the top floor. If you're relying on Train Stewards, they're not banner units. They don't get drawn immediately. It's harder to work with those. I'm gonna play 2 Train Stewards. We're doing 104 damage. What did I say when I meant that, advanced prototype can carry you early? Like, I just don't understand. They burned out, by the way. I mean, you're still dead off of 1 Train Steward, and in fact, I can keep you alive for a lot longer, but we gotta get other units in this deck. I don't know what we want, but Even, I mean, do we want a giraffe? It's tiny. I like tiny giraffe. I really do. Like, we'd have to thin out the deck to nothing to make the train stewards work, but the train stewards are not good enough on their own. I think we don't take anything. I think we don't want to thicken up the deck at all right now. But I'll admit, I don't really know what I'm doing on this run right now. I think cheap upgrades on the train stewards could work very well. We don't want Stygian. Holdover might be nice, but we have 5 of the reform cards in the deck. I think we just want to upgrade. We'll take a look. What do we have? Large stone. Would we make a large stone train steward? I don't know. It's funny because Paraffin Enforcer on a train steward floor does sound pretty good, doesn't it? Strike and make all of the train stewards better. Like, if you put Paraffin Enforcer in a train steward. But we don't want to do that. The train stewards are not banner units. What do we need? Paraffin Thug is kind of nice for the extra money. He's a unit. He can go out there and do damage. Is he any good, though? I mean, if Paraffin Thug had multi-strike, he could give us a lot of gold. Multi-strike quick. I like it. I don't so much like large stone. We want to fit a lot of units on a floor. We don't really want to go big. Just making like a better draft, I think, is fine. Even if it's just plus 10 damage. Cheap upgrades, I think, are good there. Maybe we can put the draft in the Paraffin Enforcer, actually. Maybe that was a waste of money, but not by much. Multi-strike on the Paraffin Thug. Yeah, you know, I actually like this idea. Draft Paraffin Thug, another level of multi-strike. I see intrinsic. What was the other one? -2. We have nothing that... Engulfed in Smoke could utilize it, but this is getting a little bit rich on the packed shards early. But I do like Paraffin Thug doing a lot of damage, gaining a lot of gold with lots of multi-strike, dying because of the burnout, and then coming back. So do we really want to give him plus 25 health? It's not that necessary, but we do need something to have HP to survive against sweep units and whatnot. We could give him another multi-strike or quick later, but we don't want quick with this little fade. We want the little fade to be attacked every turn, which means maybe we actually do want the health. I'm gonna give you the health so you don't die, which I do worry about a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this run. I mean, I like the unit that we've added. I think we can turn this on. Especially because we know we're gonna get this unit immediately. This is not a unit that's gonna take a long time to get drawn. So we can just start immediately. That's just to save us a little bit of damage. So we just gained like 60 gold from that. Pretty good. I think we will make you better, engulf you in smoke, kill you. All right, pretty nice. You have 1 damage shield. A trained steward should kill you. Ah, but we want Little Fade. I would like Little Fade to buff the Paraffin Thug, though. So I think we'll play... You're gonna run out of stealth. If you reform, though, you're gonna be pretty good. I think we'll just play a train steward. I think you might as well play them both to get him out there. You're gonna die on the next one. I mean, we should have buffed you with more damage. I don't know. What the hell? What the heck? Actually, this is pretty good here. Beautiful. Paraffin Thug's not getting a kill on the frontline unit, but we must have picked up like 120 gold from... He did get the kill on the boss, though. We must have picked up like 120 gold from that. It's pretty good. I don't know if this is going to be good enough for the long term, but it's something at least. Hallowed Drippings, I actually do like to keep our burnout units burning out. We don't necessarily want them to die, even though they do take a lot of damage. We just want to make sure we bring Little Fade back. We want to give her quick Endless. Hopefully we can find it later. Drip Fall, descend a unit, apply daze. Like, here's the thing. In theory, we can build one big floor, but then we're unable to play Little Fade at the front, dying every turn. So Drip Fall does not seem that great. Health and Burnout 3. If our units die, it's not that big of a problem. Hallowed Drippings, if our units die, it's not that big of a problem. Again, well, it is a bit of a problem, but not a huge problem. We need like a relentless protection somewhere in this run. Extra burnout might be relentless protection if we keep units alive, draw this late or permafrost it, and then we pop it to just keep, you know, Paraffin Thug at 100 times 3 living for several turns so he doesn't burn out. Because we're only gaining 1 burnout per turn with Little Fade, so I think stacking up more burnout's fine. Spells that do damage is great, but I think an offering token is what I want. We can... Well, we're not going to hit Titan's Gratitude with it, but maybe we can... Offering tokens never thicken up your deck is the thing. They're always good, and they help you to discard bad cards that you want. Well, they're not always good, because they do limit the number of cards you can play in a turn, but we're not caring about Forgone Powers and stuff like that. We can have a few in the deck. Probably go for draw, too. Hellvent, duplication. You know, gotta say I'm pretty happy about duplicating a Paraffin Thug, I think. We can gain a remnant unit and an artifact, or duplicate our best unit. It's tough, it's tough. He's gonna have burnout, but he still is good. He's a banner unit, he gets drawn early. Two Paraffin Thugs on the same floor as Little Fade is pretty good. In fact, I think it's so damn good. We're gonna do it. I love the artifact. I love the duplicator. So it's 15 pack shards, not actually that much. Ooh. Now we can talk about, and we definitely should have come here first before we duplicated. Because I think if you take this, you can upgrade a unit, but like super capacity means we can play everything on the same floor. It takes a while to get set up, but we could do it. Also a good opportunity maybe to have like her in a Paraffin Thug, but we can't do that anymore, can we? I still like the Paraffin Thugs. Hold on. Oh, I punched the microphone pretty hard that time. I'm sorry. We want to look at, which one is this called? Shivering Blacksmith. F. No, that's automatic rail spikes. And the wiki really does need an update. It's hard to find anything on this page. That's a little outside my comfort zone. Get offered Hef's Consolation, plus 10 attack, minus 1 capacity. So, yeah, 110% we should have upgraded Paraffin Thug and then duplicate it, I think. As a result, we'll take the Wingmaker. But I wanted to look up what it was. We could have made the Paraffin Thugs 1 capacity, which would have been a lot of fun. But you know what? That's okay. We can still build big capacity floors even without the thin unit, but that would have been so much fun. I might have been able to alt F4 the game and redo the choice, the selection. That's okay. All right, we're getting a whole bunch of kills. Things are living. I don't even know if you want to play a train steward. I like the idea of just bringing back those units repeatedly. There's our other Paraffin Thug. He does have Burnout 1. Let's see if we can keep him alive. I mean, we're killing everything, and we're getting, we should differently, but we're killing everything and getting a lot of gold, a lot of cold? Achoo! Hey, Little Fade. Maybe stealth would have been nice, but let's keep these guys going. That's why we have that card in the deck. Do we want to play a train steward? You know what? I think we don't, because we want Little Fade to come back every time. Everything's dying though, so like, I don't know, play this. Like, we really just want... You don't have to get kills with this, you just have to play it. Ah, but this is a really cool floor for this. But we're getting so much gold. We only have one primitive mold coming up. I mean, I don't think... the boss might make it through Paraffin Thug. Like, if we play good old Wingmaker, it'll kill everything, and then we can play the Train Steward at the front. Have another tank. I really like the money we're getting. I mean, we're getting 80 gold. That's pretty good. I didn't even do anything and we got 80 gold. Now, I wish I could play you here, obviously. We'll play the Train Steward up here, though. So, I mean, our money is just absurd. I think you're dead, so I will play good old Wingmaker. You have Burnout too? Yeah, beautiful. What a beauty. So that's another 40 gold. We have 635 gold. If only I could make these guys one capacity. Oh, wait. We almost could have, and then I screwed it up. Ascend enemy units and apply days. Good old Wingmaker is fun. Hef is fun, but it would have been so much more fun to have 4 Paraffin Thugs getting buffed by our champion every turn. That would have been awesome. So yeah, I wish I did things differently. We don't really want Titan Sentry. We want Paraffin Thugs to get all the kills. What we really need is the quick on the champion. We get that and we're fine. I think here we'll take nothing. Lady of the Reformed is tempting, but we don't have the capacity for it, at least not right now. Titan Sentry, apply frostbite to enemy units. No, we're gonna kill them with Paraffin Thugs, hopefully repeatedly. I think we skip, but this is getting a little scary for sure, We do need draw. We need to get to the Reform cards faster. Card removal, I think, is what we want. We don't really want to upgrade units. We have nothing good to upgrade except for Train Stewards. We don't really care about a Stygian unit. Upgrading spells with holdover is what we're looking for. Removal, probably Forgone Power. I will look. Rage 3 whenever they lose Burnout. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. I don't really need spells to have extra upgrade slots, except for the Wingmaker. If we can make it intrinsic magic power and holdover, that would be pretty nice, but even just intrinsic holdover or intrinsic spell power and piercing would be good as well. So I don't think we're gonna take this. I like Fade's First Blade because it will buff the Paraffin Thugs over time. As they lose Burnout, they will start to scale even faster than Little Fade scales them. It's not amazing. It's basically 2 rage per turn. I know it's 3. It's actually really 2 after the first turn. Because they lose the rage every turn. So that's plus 6 damage per turn. Plus 10 damage from Little Fade. Yeah, I think we're leaning into these units, so let's lean into these units, you know? Run powers can go. Forgotten, forgone, whatever. We'll buff Little Fade. We did get the quick version, so we're gonna take the quick version. We need to because now we don't have to rely on the holdover. We're gonna take the holdover, of course. You can either hold over Primitive Mold to guarantee a mold every turn, or hold over Good Old Wingmaker to get more capacity. Let's go for the capacity play. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. Give me a Wicklash. Magic power consume. I'll put that on a Titan's Gratitude. We're gonna spend. I mean, we have just infinite cash, pretty much. We can remove so many cards from this deck. It's beautiful. I like just having spells that just do a lot of damage at once. Apply Burnout 5 to friendly Burnout units. We don't really need that to be played multiple times. Instead, we're just gonna purge Forgone Powers. I mean, we still have so much money. In fact, I'm tempted to just spend the rest of our cash because we'll probably get more. So what do we want to remove? Probably a Train Steward. I have no money, but I have no money and I must spend. Spikes 4. I don't see that being a problem. I really don't. Yeah, our units might die. Oh no, I'll bring them back. Even right now, I'm like, do you see this? You didn't die? I don't mind you taking 19, because we are killing all of the units. You're taking 1 from the Clipped Conduit? No, go ahead and get 3 kills. Ching, 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 ching. Look at that money. Ching, 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 ching. Ring-a-ding-ding. Da-da, da-da-da. 4, 4, 4. I really like the stealth here, but then we're not getting the 75 gold. What do we care? We get so much money. Well, I care because I can just reform you. I mean, we have 3 primitive molds in the draw pile, and we don't need to primitive mold Little Fade anymore. We play you. You take an 88. If I stealth here, you know what? If I stealth here, we don't get any kills. Maybe that's not that good. You're taking 10. I think we play Paraffin Thug here. It'll wipe the whole floor. We'll get all the money. We can play Train Steward here to kill you, buff you. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. They're gonna die to, you know, spike damage on the next turn, I think, but what do I care? And we probably didn't even need to play the Train Steward, but I just want him there for a little bit of protection in case some weak unit in the back line makes it through. Although, we do have the capacity for that now. Which means we can also play a Train Steward here. We have a lot of units with low HP, as expected from the trial, to be fair. But this is why we like the Wingmaker. Okay, as long as everything's dying, I'm happy. I think we do want this next turn, so I will play it. Oh, hey look, my Paraffin Thug, how you doing? 55 HP. You probably go there. You have 1 health? So sad of a Train Steward. You hit multiple times, you have haste, we're winning. I suppose you might as well do that, right? And we know we're gaining the gold from it. We gained 255 gold from that, and we're actually not done. We're gonna gain more gold. 275 gold. Draw +1, Cheater's Hand is amazing here. I really like the deck we have constructed. I do. Debuff effects, buff effects. I love this. because we can hold it every turn thanks to Cheater's Hand. Until you draw Offering Token, in which case you might draw through it, but you can just save this until you need to remove debuffs. Or buffs. It's another interesting Crushing Demise play as well, but I think I want to keep Paraffin Thugs alive and just have my Little Fade buff them. The thing is, we can kill the Paraffin Thugs just by playing them at the front. So I like Resin Removal with Cheater's Hand, that's pretty decent. Guardian Stone is also tempting because we can apply armor to keep the units alive, that way they don't have to die. We are going to play a lot of spells on the floor, but Armor 1, I don't see it. Crystalline Seeds, I also don't really see. Because I want to kill enemies with good old Wingmaker. Now again, we could take it just to take it, but I'm not going to take it just to take it. One day I will. That day is not today. Hef, welcome. You're a tank that buffs capacity. You're an interesting unit at the very least. If we get the right draw, Wingmaker can make you work. Or I can just have you on the floor with all the Train Stewards just tanking damage. What do I care? Ideally, we'd have you on the same floor as everything, but it really does depend on the draw and the order of the draw. I would like to remove cards and take a relic. What do we remove? Dude, what do we remove? I like the deck. Actually, I don't know if I want to remove anything. Maybe Offering Token and Stealth. We're not building around Stealth is the thing. We're building around our units taking damage and dying. So remove the Offering Token, remove Stealth, and then you get to your important cards, your Reformations faster. Hef can come out faster. Good old Wingmaker can be drawn faster. It's either that or Merchant of Steel, but I wanna look for a relic, really do. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time. I mean, on Little Fade, that's like game winning. It's absurd. Like actually absurd. And then intrinsic holdover Wingmaker is exactly what we want. Now capacity is not a problem. We don't want to spend any more pack shards, there's just no reason to. There's 2 more temples coming up and a divine horde. We'll just get an artifact later, I think. And I think we will do an Offering Token removal and a Engulfed in Smoke removal. Now, I'm not worried about this run. Do you want to know why? All of the issues you think we have, we don't actually have. Oh, but Abe, what happens if you draw Hef and your 2 units on turn 1 and you don't kill any units with the Wingmaker? How do you play them? Well, we have Cheater's Hand. You know, if we can't play a unit on the bottom floor, we'll just wait. We'll play it on the turn after. We can just Cheater's Hand it onto our draw pile and play a Paraffin Thug on turn 2 or turn 3 or save Hef for turn 4. Doesn't matter. These are not actually problems. We can't afford any of those. I don't want any of these. Like, this run is beautiful. Non-boss enemy units get +6. The sweep is annoying, but like, whatever. We get double health now, thanks to our Little Fade. So on turn 1, are we gonna play all of our units? Yes. What are we not gonna play? We're not gonna play a Train Steward, we're not gonna play Primitive Mold, we're gonna play everything else. So, do you play... You might make it up before. Do we want a Train Steward next turn or a Primitive Mold next turn? I think we want a Primitive Mold next turn, because we want to keep these rolling in case our units die. Rather, our units are gonna die at some point. You'll be fine. Oh, we are killing you. Why are we killing you? You're gonna apply plus 10, 30, 69. I guess we are doing 180. I thought we were only doing, right, because it's I forgot about one of the levels of multi-strike. Because on the card, no, it does list the multi-strike. I don't know, I only thought we were hitting 4 times. We're hitting 6 times, which is definitely enough damage. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, whatever. Okay, what do we have? We're gonna play Wingmaker, we're gonna play Hef. Next turn, you know, I think next turn we want a Little Fade, but Little Fade is the only thing that can really kill you. You know what? Next turn, give us Hef. Because I'm gonna have to play Wingmaker here to get the kill, which is totally fine. So everything's dead, as expected. Little Fade is getting buff, and because we're not quick, we're not killing the enemies before they hit us, which is what we want. So again, can we play Hef? No. Can I get a kill with the Wingmaker? No. We might as well, in that case, hold the Wingmaker for next turn. Because we still want Little Fade out there. We're not really taking much damage. You play the Train Stewards. I'd like to play them down here once we get the capacity gain from the Wingmaker, but I don't know. Doesn't seem necessary. Oh, we should have... What did I put on my draw pile? Oh, the Wingmaker. Right, Hef can come back around. Actually, Hef could just go out on the floor and start building it. You know, I think I'm gonna do that. That'll be for later. Like, if we can't get a kill, we can just play up here. Everything's dying, so we'll dump the big ol' spell. It does cost us a little bit of money playing the Wingmaker, but the Wingmaker's a good card. Like, I'm not saying Wingmaker's not worth playing, I'm saying I wish we could play it more. How much capacity is here? Is there enough for a Train Steward? There is? Okay, beautiful. You're dead. And this is like the perfect resin removal turn. It doesn't get much better than that. I need to think about that more often. Resin removal is the perfect counter to that fight. You want resin removal in your deck whenever you get it, just for this fight. We can Blaze. We don't need it. Votavary. We don't need it. But I kind of like it to be another tanker for the Paraffin Thug floor, and it does replace itself, and it'll get buffed. Kind of like it, actually. Deal damage and apply daze to an already damaged unit. Unnecessary, Yeah, we don't need the endless effect, but... Are we gonna go to a Merchant of Steel? Probably not. We're here. Do we need to go to a Merchant of Magic? No. I guess we can go to the right, go to a Merchant of... Well, actually, just Hellvent. What are we gonna Hellvent? We could Hellvent another Paraffin Thug. I mean, it's our highest damage unit. Seems smart. We don't need Hef to be on that same floor. It would be nice, but not necessary. We can just remove Hef. Yeah. I still think it would have been hilarious to have a thin Paraffin Thug. I made a mistake. We should have gone to the Concealed Caverns, then upgraded the unit, then duplicated it. That was an error. But I do think duplicating the Paraffin Thug is the way to go. Right, and so what are we doing here? I don't know, I haven't thought that far ahead. It's a good tank that comes back every turn, but like, we can bring back our units. We have primitive molds and good draw. I think I'm just gonna skip this one. I had to think about it too much. Unnamed Tome, I think this is another one of those cards where you just take it. Resin removal is the melting counter to the stealth boss, and also other enemies. Unnamed Tome is the counter to the big old multi-strike guy, and also just enemies that apply a whole bunch of armor. Not multi-strike, revenge guy. Revenge, big old tank thing. And also a good counter to Divinity and the enemies that gain a whole bunch of armor on Harvest. Those guys can be very annoying. I like that. I like that card. Permafrost Consume is quite nice. Now, if we go for removal, I don't know what I'm gonna remove. Maybe Titan's Gratitudes, maybe Train Stewards. I mean, if we dupe Paraffin Thug and replace it with, or replace a Train Steward with a Paraffin Thug, that's good, right? We don't need a Merchant of Magic, so yeah. But first, let's Concealed Caverns, unless there's something we want to do here. Nah. Playing a Blight card deals 120 damage, get 3 of them. When summoned friendly units get stronger for every Blight card. When you play a Blight card, restore 5 Pyre health. I need to run a test and see if the bonus to unit damage stays if you reform the unit and play it again, and you get the bonus twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, however many times you, play the unit. I think we can dump a Train Steward. I think I'm just gonna dump another Train Steward. And then we'll just make another Paraffin Thug. I don't think having 3 of these is a problem. We got another Divine Temple coming up. We don't need the Purge. We don't need the unit. Yeah, okay. Darkness Arcus Incarnate. Darkus Arcness Incarnate. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Blinding Dark Shard and Looming Dark Shard. At least these units are very easy to take out. And we do have to make a choice. The choice is, do we want money or do we want to get capacity? Let's get capacity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we're easily gonna get the capacity. I mean, what we don't need is Primitive Mold. Just dump it. Well, dump this, because we're not gonna lose a unit. And now we get capacity every turn. Oh, it's fine. You'll just come back later. I was very sad for a moment when I realized, oh, right, energy is a bit of a problem, but that's fine. We'll get you back later. Now, on summon days, kind of blows. Let's try to make sure that is not something we need to pay attention to. We do not need Wingmaker. We can dump it. We just need to play some Paraffin Thugs. Paraffin Thug, Paraffin Thug. Everything's dead. Make you live for a lot longer. Buff you. And then honestly, because the Titan's Gratitudes are in the deck in case I need to kill something that made it through or kill something early. We don't need them. So I can play it to dump it at this point. We just don't need them. So if I play a unit, we will get dazed, we will save Little Fade for next turn. That's my thinking. Oh, you know what? We could have played it and then removed the days with resin removal. Look at that. So let's do that, actually. If I play the Train Steward, we don't get the money. So maybe we play the Train Steward but in the front. No, then we still don't get the money. Train Steward can shuffle. Train Steward can shuffle. What I will do though is at least purge your stealth and spell shield. Now I can hit you. Another good reason to have that card, because on High Covenant, or rather on High Pact Shards, these bosses start getting defenses that prevent you from hitting them, and it's very annoying. All right, buff everyone. And they're starting to get raged up. It takes its sweet time. Wow, you just really don't want to put a thing on this floor, do you? I love you for it. We're only gonna get 2 kills, which means, we're only gonna get money from 2 kills. Unfortunate. Oh well. You're gonna be played in the 2nd position slot. You're gonna be played in the front. Resin removal we don't need at all, so we will hold that for later. Little fade. Paraffin Thug. We want Paraffin Thug here because he's got lower burnout. We want the high burnout units in the back, of course. Do we want to play Titan's Gratitude? I think the answer is yes! I mean, Little Fade is also getting real strong, and at Relentless, we'll just play here in the back. So you're gonna make my spells more expensive. Lucky for me, I don't really have any spells that I care about, so we'll have Resin Removal for next turn. You're also quick, so you're getting a kill. So we are definitely not getting any more money. Which is fine. Little Fade is still dying, which I like. Honestly, go ahead, make my spells more expensive. I don't care. We did a lot of damage. This guy's half dead. Little Fade will die. I guess keep storing resin removal for later. Look at the capacity on the floor too. Now this is not ideal because we are not scaling as much as I think we need to be scaling. No, we want that card. Dump this. Should probably go like here, I think. Oh, you should go in the front because you're just gonna tank both hits. Yeah, it's perfect. Because we scale very slowly by the time we hit the divinity fight. I'm trying to think. How are we gonna win on divinity? We gotta do a lot of damage, way more than we're currently doing. I guess we can buff Little Fade to have her do more damage. We don't need anything else to be endless. We have too much Reformation in the deck that we're not using. That actually might be good card removal. Primitive Mold, Titan's Gratitude. We don't need magic power. We're not playing any spells except for good old Wingmaker, which is a good reason to have it, but not good enough, I don't think, because it doesn't have piercing. And once we play this a couple of times, get some early kills, we don't need it anymore. And it does 12 damage, it's fine. If our tank Hef dies, she can just come back in the front. Yeah, I don't even want Hallowed Halls. Positioning of our units does matter quite a bit. And reforming our units is never a problem. I think this is a skip. Endless might be something I'd be interested in for Hef, but it never comes up. She's never dying. Energy might be nice. We can play Hef and Paraffin Thug and another card, but if we can go to a spell upgrader, which we can, it'll just be at the end. We can go to a spell upgrader, we can upgrade our spells to be cheaper. What are we gonna do right now? Probably just trinket searching. So go capacity, because we can probably find a way to make units cheaper by going and buying a relic. That's my thinking. Buying lots of relics, because there's a lot of relics that give you extra energy in the melting deck. Right there. Spell weakness, consume. We don't really do either. I really like this to help with our early gain. We don't apply frostbite, so that's not what we want. We're gonna make Little Fade buff units more, because we have way more value in the multi-strike than we do on her having 1 more health and 15 more damage. We already have this upgrade if you consider the Waxer Snuffer. She's already getting plus 30. We don't need her to get plus 60. We need the other units to get plus 24 as opposed to plus 10. That helps way more. +5 and +15 Train Steward into Hef. No, I like the Train Steward having damage shields, possibly coming back repeatedly. We don't need either of these. We could purge a card. There's nothing really to purge. Our deck is thin and nice. Dun, 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 dun. Store all health when they move up a floor. This is tough because enemies have a lot of HP. But we have 2 Titans' Gratitudes, which we can use to help kill them if we have to. I think, oh, they have multi-strike too. God damn. So they're gonna do like 32 damage per unit. You know, I'm gonna leave it off. We don't need the gold. We're gonna get enough gold off of our units, so let's not worry about this. Oh my god, they just have so much HP. I hate it. And you don't die to the Wingmaker, but you'll die next turn if I play it down here. So we're gonna play everything. We're not gonna play the mold. We're gonna draw it thanks to Winged Steel, which might make this a bit of an anti-synergy, but not a big enough anti-synergy to worry about too much. Yeah, we're not quite killing the enemies. Hopefully I can play. Yeah, Wingmaker will kill you, but not you. We could play Hef, but we really want to play a... How many capacity points do we have? We'll have 3. We want to play Thug and Little Fade down here, which means we want to play Wingmaker, Hef. We could play Hef at the top. It's not even close to ideal, but it gets us the gold. We gotta kill these guys somehow. I guess Train Steward could do it. Yeah. So what are we not playing? Whatever we put on top, we're gonna draw, so it doesn't matter. Put this on top. We're gonna play this. We're gonna play you. We're gonna play you. We're killing everything at the very least. That's not a problem. I can make Hef do 60, which means the Pyre is gonna take less if we can't kill that unit. Really, we're waiting for Titan's Gratitude to show up, because it'll wipe him. So yeah, I think... we'll have 2 energy next turn. We're gonna draw 7. Very likely to draw the Train Steward, which gives us extra energy. So yeah, we'll go Hef. Buff Hef to do 60 damage, which means that the Pyre only takes 1 hit from you. If we can't deal with you next turn, we'll keep this in hand. You attack, you die, you hit for 10, you get 10 HP. That's fine. We could have not started on the bottom, but I really want to get our damage out early. Little Fade crushes you. Actually, good old Wingmaker is very good here. It does kill you, but Titan's Gratitude, 1 Titan's Gratitude solves this floor. And we didn't draw the unit that we needed to draw, unfortunately. But that actually doesn't matter, because we actually still have enough in hand. Yeah, we do. Play this first. Yeah. We take a little bit of damage, then play the Little Fade. Then play the Wicklash. I want you to die, by the way. You're not stealth, correct. Play the Wicklash, play it on you. We knew we were gonna draw that. Play this, take 6 damage. Play this here, now you're dead. You're both dead, beautiful. The plan is working. It is. And we can play Hef on this floor, so we are gonna play a Primitive Mold. We don't need this many of them. Admittedly, +3 magic power would have been nice, but we're not killing the 20 HP unit with +3 magic power. Or no, there was a relic that we could increase our magic power like by 1 every turn or something. Again, would have been nice, but not completely necessary. I forgot to look at what the boss was. We have this unnamed tome, but I'm not doing anything with it. Figures, right? Save that for next turn. Why? Because that's all I'm playing. Well, I'm playing this too. Okay, I'm playing this 3, so hello. Welcome, resin removal. I guess we'll resin removal. This is why I wanted Wingmaker to kill the backline unit. Yeah, we're doing enough damage. This is totally fine. Sweet, 600 gold. Turn the trial off. Gotta say, I'm very happy with myself recently not having the trials on when unnecessary. When not necessary, I should say. Extinguish, deal 15 damage to all enemy units. It's tempting. We don't need the energy. Once we play Hef and like one Paraffin Thug, we don't need the energy anymore. And we're gonna draw Hef super early. So I don't see Memories of the Melted really being that pertinent. We don't need Reformation, and Devourer of Death isn't really that helpful either, although we can position him appropriately to wipe floors. Not interested. I'm not interested in it enough. Titan's Tooth. We're not gonna discard it often. We're not gonna play it often. And we have other things to spend money on, so I think the answer to this is also no. I don't think we need to duplicate. I think removal and spell upgrades is what we need. Why spell upgrades? Cheaper primitive mold? Did I have a reason for spell upgrades and card removal? I don't have a reason to go to the Merchant of Steel except for Hef, but we don't need Hef to do anything. She's a body that gives us capacity. Who cares? Yeah, I do feel like we go left, but I don't know why. I mean, we definitely do not need to dupe anything. I'm pretty certain. I think we have enough thugs. If they die, they come back. 2 of them, 3 of them, whatever. Permafrost would be very good. Units get an extra upgrade slot every freaking time. I do like Mark of a Champion. Our champion is gonna be absurd. I also like 7 energy on turn 1 because we will... You know, I don't like 7 energy on turn 1 because we already have Little Fade and a unit and 3 energy gain. We don't need this. We already have 6 energy on turn 1. Let's take champion gains 50% attack. I wish we could have taken the other one, but it just doesn't work. There's no upgrades remaining, is the thing. Extinguish, apply armor 5 is gonna be armor 10 to the front friendly unit. It's gonna work very well with our Little Fade constantly dying. But if our other units die again, it doesn't really matter. I think we reroll this. +3 burnout solves the burnout problem, which to me means we can actually get rid of hallowed drippings. And I do think we want to get rid of 1 mold. So we're thinning out the deck. We have a 19 card deck. This never happens to me. I love it. Let's permafrost a resin removal, make it free. We're always gonna wanna have that. Titan's Gratitude can get better. Double stack. Only affects burnout, which we don't, it goes from 5 to 7. I guess that makes a lot of sense, mathematically speaking. So we'll just make Titan's Gratitudes be even stronger, and we'll just make a free mold. You know what? We can still purge 1 card or buy a relic. We don't need a relic, so we're gonna... Well, we can purge a card and then also get this, so we'll do that. Literally, we have the exact cash for it. So what do we remove? We don't really need 2 Wicklashes, but they're a good card for free. I think we really don't need 3 primitive molds. Like, legitimately, once we play our units and, you know, consume cards, what's left in the deck? I mean, let's look at the deck. Play. Play, 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 play. So it's 4 cards gone. Gone, 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 gone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in our deck once we play all of our units and consume cards. Every other turn, we're gonna draw everything. So we could remove a primitive mold or Wicklash. I'm not comfortable going down to 3 molds. We don't need Wicklashes. one turn of our champion dying is worth more than a mold. Or sorry, more than a Whiplash, so. Sure, 105 packed shards is what we want. Buff debuff doesn't matter to me at all. Except for the rage, but that's not a huge part of the deal. It's not a huge part of the run. Ooh, a double Wingmaker on the bottom is real nice. Real nice indeed. In fact, Titan's Gratitude means we wipe the floor. Yeah, this is great. Play your units first. $156. You know what? I don't care if my pirate takes 15. My score! Yeah, whatever. Wish I could kill you, but you know, F dies. What do I care? We're gonna have 5 capacity. We're not gonna be able to play a train steward. That's okay. We're gonna play the train steward on the top floor to protect it. What do we not need? We don't really need this. You are Ember Drain. I will probably purge your buff. Honestly, I don't like Ember Drain. Yeah, it seems like a good time for it. Because once Little Fade does enough damage, why is she doing 8? What? What? This is turn 2, right? Did she not die last turn? She didn't because they were dazed. Okay, that's fine. So honestly, unit starting days kind of sucks slightly. Only slightly though. I mean, we'll play Little Fade. You're dying, but you're gonna come back next turn anyways. We don't really need Wingmaker here, maybe here. I mean, it's one of those situations where it's like, everything on this floor is totally fine. So why not purge 15 lifesteal? You know what? You've convinced me, game. You've convinced me good. And honestly, I will play this, and then I will play this to hit you for 175. Purge, it consumes the card, gets it out of the deck. Now we're gonna have an Ember Drain problem, but Little Fade might be fast enough. Stop it. We can also, well, no, we can't remove the Ember Drain with Resin Removal, unfortunately. Oops. Oops. Bring back Hef, though. I don't want to see that next turn. You have 3 rage, what do I care? So we're gonna have no energy, but we still have Little Fade. And we got Whiplash. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. We have Infinity Burnout. We're doing like 1,000 damage per turn now on the bottom floor. Everything's good. We do want to play Wingmaker. We should have put this on the top of our draw pile. That way we could have played Primitive Mold next turn. Oh, you know what? You're dead in 1 hit. Little Fade's killing you. We're not going to be Ember Drained. What am I talking about? Okay, now there's no reason to, but like, whatever. I will play good old Wingmaker. Saving HP on Hef actually matters right now. Ah, but if I play Wingmaker, Little Fade's not gonna die. Interesting. I'd rather have Little Fade die and come back next turn with Hef having less HP, because the buff is worth way more. Actually, Little Fade's dying because she's attacking into the spikes, taking 3 damage, then getting hit for 10. So actually, Wingmaker does still kill Little Fade and saves 30 health on Hef. That's why you gotta think sometimes. You gotta think about, hey, wait a minute. Why is this math? Or let me just double check the math is really what it is, not why is this math. Math is, it just is. Anyways. Very nice, very good. Thumbs up, seal of approval. And I think we're gonna be just fine on Divinity. I hope so anyways. Turn 1, everything's gonna die. We know we're gonna get 2 capacity thanks to the rage guys. And even if this was the other form of the fight, where you start with damage shield minions and the exploders, we'll still get kills with the Wingmaker. Because these enemies always have low health. Even though they're shard enhanced. Although maybe they have 15 HP. No, maybe they have 5. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna play everything, so why don't we just dump a mold? We're gonna draw it anyways. This gets 2 kills. F. Little Fade. Little Fade is dying because Divinity is still alive, which is actually beautiful. And we're doing 108 damage immediately, which is nice. Wingmaker does not get a kill, unfortunately. We should have, I mean, yes, we should have put a Paraffin Thug on top of the draw pile, but it doesn't matter because we still have to play Little Fade here. It's not like we can't play Little Fade. I do wish that we could get a Paraffin Thug out, but because we didn't put Magic Power Piercing on our Wingmaker, we can't do any damage to this guy. Can't kill him. So I think you play nothing. That way you draw a Wingmaker next turn, you don't ruin your draw. Hef dies, but so what? We'll bring her back. We want to play... This is the floor where you play Unnamed Tome. 110%. We're not getting any kills with Wingmaker, which is so unfortunate, but you still gotta play it like that. Yeah, you still gotta play it like that. So, you could play a Train Steward instead of Hef, but I think you want Hef because I think she can live on this floor and then give us more capacity. Hef will take 10, 20, 30, 40. Now Hef is... How much health does Hef have? I need to look in the dead pile. 70? I think she'll live for a turn. I think she will. So what do we not want? It doesn't matter, we're gonna draw the card, so just put a dead weight on top. I might put a Train Steward here just to wipe this floor, but a Train Steward will still die. But if it dies, it'll just come back. If I play Wingmaker, we can play Wingmaker up here to kill you, but like, I don't know. We'll start with Hef. I mean, Hef here will kill you. It's actually very tempting. We need the capacity, so we'll play Hef. Stop, and then remove your, oh, you know what? By removing the buffs, we can play the good old Wingmaker, which means we have the capacity for a Train Steward. Would you look at that? And the Train Steward's gonna keep the Paraffin Thugs buffed up and protected. Look at that, look at that. We wiped the whole floor. I'm so proud of myself. I wiped a whole floor in Monster Train. Still don't have room for the Paraffin Thug, hilariously. Honestly, I might just play him, like, up here. I need another unit to play up there, though. No. Little Fade up here will stop you from hitting the Pyre for 50. It doesn't really matter if you hit the Pyre for 50, but I suppose what we can do is kill you with the Titan's Gratitude. A little overkill, but... like, it's really overkill, but it does work, and then... We're about to shuffle, and this guy's gonna come back around very quickly. He's burnout 4, he's not gonna die fast enough. I think you just let the Paraffin Thug sit in your deck still. We're gonna take, what, 5 from this guy dying? Doesn't matter, I'm just interested in winning. Winning! We don't need primitive molds. We don't need the Wingmaker. Capacity is starting to be amazing on the floor. Everything's dying. Do we want a resin removal? We don't need to because everything's dying. We can save it and then not draw it in the future. Hef only has 5 HP, but if she dies, we'll just bring her back. It's literally the whole point in her existing in this deck. Now, we're not doing that much damage here because everything is multi-strike. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? I can't kill the unit at the back. Good old Wingmaker does not do enough damage, unfortunately. Keep the primitive mold. We will play resin removal in this one. I feel like it doesn't do that much, but like you might as well do it. Everything's dying, but we are losing the Train Steward. I guess that's perfect, isn't it? He can come back with more damage shield. I mean, he's taking a ton of damage. I think we'll play the Paraffin Thug to tank some hits. Kind of forgot that that's kind of the reason for the card to begin with. This doesn't kill anything, so we'll end turn. Everything's dying. You can't say that that's bad. Oh no, we get a bunch of new units to play on this turn. You know, I think our gold gain is good enough to counteract the penalty, the score penalty from getting hurt on occasion. We do need both primitive molds on this turn. Hasn't happened in a long time. You need Hef. You need a Train Steward. Train Steward should probably tank for Hef, honestly. If the Train Steward tanks for Hef, then Train Steward can die and then come back with more burnout. Or more damage shield, I should say. Seems smart. Now we're doing 1,500 damage. So, good old Wingmaker, it didn't really last that long, did it? You know, it's not really doing nearly as much damage as it needs to be doing to still be good, but it did enough. Don't play this. You know, it only does 12 damage. We've not seen a unit with less than 12 HP since wave, like, 2. And I had to purge their spell shield in order to get the card to actually kill something. So the magic power and piercing, very good with the Wingmaker. Holdover intrinsic, also good, but holdover is less important for this fight. Holdover gets us to this fight, and then Hef takes us the rest of the way, I feel. That's what it seems like. Look at that beefy Train Steward. By the way, you're dead. Waves remaining 1. That's a score bonus. It completely negates the 5 damage taken, but hey, we also have 580 gold, which is a lot of money. We gained 560 gold. We gained 560 gold because we had 0 in 2 fights. Glad I took the Paraffin Thug. He ended up working very well for us. We have a 4-win streak, which is very good. I still kind of really like the idea of having that thin 1-pip Paraffin Thug. I think that would have been a really fun run, because if we do it like that, then we don't need the capacity from Hef. We just have 4 of these in our deck, put Little Fate in front, and then that's your build. But Wingmaker intrinsic holdover with Hef and 3 Paraffin Thugs worked out very well. We had a very thin deck, got us to our cards every turn. We didn't need any of the other cards. Mainly, though, the thin deck worked because of the Paraffin Thugs. We got the upgrades early, which allowed us to start building up just an absurd amount of gold. I mean, by the time we finished Daedalus, we had like, what, 600? By the time we finished Arcus, we had like another 800 gold? That's insane. Tons of HP, good run, fun run. Little Fate's very strong. Also good relics. Cheater's Hand, Waxer, Snuffer, fantastic. Is that it? I think that's it. Combustible Wax, Mark of a Champion, good as well. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.